We have waited. We have waited 5 years for this. Long ass years to get this point. It is Euro 2020 in 2021. We love to see it. And from after today's games, can you say it's coming home with your chest? Let's find out. Yes, people. Yo, we're back, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Vibes FC, you thought we would leave you in the entire summer until the next season. Nah, that's not how we roll. You know what I'm saying? It's the Euros. The summer is here. The Euros is here. So the vibes must flow. You know what I'm saying? It is Euro vibes. It's summer vibes. It's midnight vibes. We're back again up in here. Episode 51, you know what I'm saying? Come on now, let's go, people. I have missed you guys. It's been like 3-4 weeks since the end of the Premier League season, and I've missed the nonsense. I've missed the foolishness. I've missed the vibes that you guys bring. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna see how you guys are doing in these first couple of minutes. We will bring the first team, and we'll bring some guests on in a moment. But first of all, we're gonna say. Man like Omar, yo, big up KJ, yo, big up you, Omar, yo, with that Mason Greenwood DP. We'd love to see that. Big up KJ, it's good to have been advised back. I have missed it. Yo, Shane, my brother, I have missed you too, my friend. You know what I'm saying? I've missed all of you guys. Andy saying, talking about the Netherlands-Ukraine game, what a game it was. Yes, it was a beautiful game, and we will talk about that today, people. I just want to see how you guys are doing. Big up to everyone in the chat right now. Remember, people, smash that like button, people. Smash that like button because everyone needs to know that the vibes are happening in the summer, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Euro vibes are here. Midnight vibes is happening. It's all good. We got Mason Mount up in here saying hello to me, but I'm pretty sure he's trying to say, well, go on, David. If you got something to say, come chat to me. My guy here saying, big up, hope you're well. I am good, my friend. I am good. And you know what? If you've noticed, this is the first Midnight Vibes I have ever done without my hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? So it's flipping hot, people. It's so hot. It's the summer. I thought, you know what? The Euros is here as well. Let's change it up. I shaved off my hair for a reason. You know what I mean? My head top is gone. It's all shaved off because it's hot, bruv. I don't need hair in this weather, fam. You know what I'm saying? Just let the breeze go across my head top. Oh, it's a beautiful feeling, you know what I'm saying? Guys, bold men, short-haired men, you know what I'm on about when you feel the breeze go across your head top, man. It's a different thing going on there, just like wonderful feeling, you know what I'm saying? Corey here says, Vibes FC is back again. Yes, we're always back. And remember, guys, we are the best football team in the world, and we don't even play football. You know what I'm saying? We won the league last year. Heck, you know what? We might be in the Euros. You know, we might just win the Euros. Why? You know, why not? You know what I'm saying? Who says Vibes FC can't be in the Euros, fam? You know what I'm saying? Come on now, we'd love to see it. MU, the resident jokester of the group, and that saying KJ the ball. Yes, fam. I've got low hair, brother, and I don't care. It was getting hot, man. You know what I'm saying? Devin said we are back. James saying that Poland are winning the Euros. He's confident for his nation if that's who he supports. How's Jenna? Yo, it's been 3-4 weeks, bro, and people already talking about Jenna, bro. Yo, I'm pretty sure she's fine. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Jenna is fine. Mohammed saying David in the mud there. Starlo coming in with the come on England. We've got the Mohammed saying it's defo coming home. Our guy Tom Little, bro, you know what I'm saying? Saying big up the crew. Come on now, we love to see it. And Shane, thank you for the kind comments about my head. Unlike MU here, who's making fun of my short hair. I chose this, and I'm proud to have short hair. Thank you, Shane. You know what I'm saying? Right, it is time to bring in the first team, and we've got obviously the one woman that you all love to see when she's not around. You asking me questions. Is everything okay? Is all good? Is she all right? Everything's always all right with this woman. You know what I'm saying? She's out here living her best life, and haters gonna hate, but she don't care. She out here anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's the one and only. It is obviously Vice Captain Kendall. Well gone, Kendall. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Really good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Man. Oh, listen, we're back. We're back, man.
We're back. And it feels really weird. I feel like I've gone to bed at like a normal time for like a good few weeks, and now I'm just like,
yeah, we're back. We're back at it, man.
We're back.
We got like this for like 4. We got this for 4 weeks, and then we got like the 3 weeks off, and then it's the flipping Premier League again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we've had I just had a message from someone. I'm gonna quickly just reply to them. But yeah, man, we love to see it. Right, coming up next is our latest signing. He never really got his full intro, his full proper debut. But we're going to give it today during the Euros. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? This man here to have a good time every single day. Literally, he joined the group chat for the first time. And our group chat is pretty chill, Eddie Kendall. We just normally just calm. Everyone's just like, yeah, just chilling. How are you? Yeah, we could do it. This guy comes in, firing shots left, right, and center. We're just like,
he loves it. He loves a bit of the drama.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, this guy who's been here for 2 moments and already causing a ruckus in the squad, but now we love to see it. It's our guy. It is Gunnar Souls. He is back again, people. Our guy, new signing and that. You good?
We're back. It's coming home. Summer. Look at the sun. It's out, man. Everything's looking good for England. We won, finally, our opening game of the Euros. It means one thing. It's coming home. It's coming home. The Euros are coming home. I don't care. This is the time I can be deluded, and until it can't come home, obviously.
It's coming home until it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them ones, isn't it? All right, now we love to see that. Come on now, man. I've missed everyone in that vibes, man. It's been good. Over the Euros, I'm pretty sure all the first team will be available. Maybe they won't because some of them might be on a kind of, what I'm saying, it's like from 1 o'clock and that just be out here drinking. But yeah, man, people, we're here to have a good time, fam. We're here to have a good time. So yes, let's big up Souls, big up Kendall, smash a like for us. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do. Also, shout out to all the charlatans that catching the vibes right now. You know what, go on. It may be the summer, but charlatans love to be out here doing up fraudulence. You know what I'm saying? So make sure they catch the vibes right now. The church is open, bruv. The church don't stop. You know what I'm saying? We are open. You know what I'm saying? Pastor KJ, did I see Neymar sourcing? Yo, Copa America. Oh, listen, Copa America vibes as well. And the Gold Cup too. Like all the international competitions are happening right now, except the AFCON, because them man are doing it in the winter and that. But hey, fam, listen. We love to see that. Neymar was excellent today, as per usual. David is at home watching My Little Pony. It's gonna be mad when he comes back after the performance that Mason Mount did for England during their game today. But anyway, it is time to bring on the guests, and the first person coming. He's been on multiple times now, but we love the fact that he's here because he keeps it straight, he keeps it going, and he's just here to have a good time. He's from a country that is renowned just to be having a good time. Like I've been there multiple times, and it's like vibes. Toronto is the greatest city in the world. I don't care anyone says. You can fight me. It is. It's just facts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, our guy, Canadian Cam is here. Well done, my brother.
What's up? It's a nice intro. Toronto is the best city in the world. Anybody who hasn't been, get down here. It's dope.
Yeah,
man, happy to be back. Should be a fun show. I mean, it's coming home. I get that you guys invented footy, but you never win the Euros, so it's coming home things kind of. No.
Hey, listen.
World Cup.
Yeah, we've got a World Cup to our name, fam. Let's leave it.
Yeah, so that's when it comes home, but it's got to get there for the Euros. That's what I'm saying. So open the door, build the house, do all that.
Yeah, listen. Southgate is definitely not building a house, bruv. He's but anyway, we'll talk about him later. And the second guest we're gonna bring on is the debutant first time on Midnight Vibes, and you know what? Yeah, I love this guy, man, because we actually go further back than football terrace, fam. Like we actually go further back than football terrace. We met at university, and we were just playing football, playing the game that we love. We met, had a good time, played against him, played with him. He's much better than me. He's actually a baller, fam. You know what it is. It's just, this guy is actually so good at football, man. It annoys me, but I love it at the same time. But he came on to the terrace without me even knowing that he watches it. So man's been preeing me for like a year. And I'm like, let me get in on this. He's going on Twitter, going into spaces. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, please give a debut welcome to my guy, Darren. Man like Darren is here.
Yeah, what's good, people, man? Bless me, shout out, man. Come on.
No problem. Hey, we've
I didn't know you were gonna sneak in the "I'm better than you" at football and all of that in there.
No. Oh, listen. We in the Church of Vibes, man. Honesty only. I love how he knows that he's better than me as well. Like that makes me feel so much better. But Darren's had a good time, and we've come a long way since meeting up in Middlesbrough, innit? Like how on earth have we got here, fam?
Oh boy. Tell me about it. Good old Middlesbrough. Eh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, let's speak about that. The better than that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, fam. Let's get into the show, right, guys? So the season is done. The Premier League season is done. It's now the Euros. So we closed off the Messi versus Ronaldo question for the debutants and everyone coming on the show. So here's the thing: we have to have a new question for the summertime, you know what I mean? For the summer vibes. And I thought, you know what, with the help of the team, I thought of a question that will make people think and actually choose something difficult here. It might be a close one this time as well. And the question is this. Would you rather win? What would you rather win? The Champions League or the World Cup? What would you rather win, the Champions League or the World Cup? Guys, in the comments, let me know what you're saying. First of all, okay, does anyone have an answer already, or am I going to have to pick on people?
Ooh. I got an answer.
Okay, Cam's got an answer. Cam, what you saying?
Bruh, if Canada won a World Cup, did you see the parade we had when Toronto won the NBA championship? Hell, I'm taking the World Cup. I'm being honest. It would never happen. That's also the reason. Like, imagine Canada wins a World Cup. What? I'm taking the World Cup.
Oh, he's taking the World Cup right there. There are loads of World Cups in there. Lots of quite a bit of UCL as well. Here we go. We're gonna see which you love more, your country or your club. That's gonna be a tight one. You know what I'm saying? Souls, your team's never won a Champions League, but would you take the World Cup over it? What are you picking?
England's won a World Cup in their history. Imagine Arsenal. Like, imagine me winning Arsenal a Champions League. Man, cemented in legacy, fam. I'm going to be in front of the Emirates. I've got a statue made for me. Like, that is guaranteed. You know what I mean? But if England win it, because they've already done it, I don't know how big of a deal it'll be. So, for that reason, I've got to go Champions League for selfish reasons.
All right, that's fair enough. The Champions League, Saul says there. So it's 1-1 on both competitions. Kendall, Champions League or the World Cup, what would you rather win?
It's highly unlikely that Newcastle are ever going to win a Champions League in at least the next 10 years. It's probably highly unlikely that England are ever going to win a World Cup in the next 10 years as well. I think I love my club more than I love my country. That might sound weird to some, but at the moment I do. But the pride of your country is like next level. Can you imagine? Yeah. Can you honestly imagine England winning the World Cup? I just think it'll be. I think World Cup because everyone gets to enjoy it, whereas club you only get to enjoy it if you're a fan of that club. Whereas World Cup, everyone gets to enjoy it and everyone gets to be involved in celebrations. It'll be on a wider scale. So World Cup for me, I think.
Fair enough. And then also, Darren, World Cup or Champions League? What you saying?
Yeah, and at first I sort of pondered, but going off of Kendall's point, I think when you have a whole country on your back, it's not just a club, not just certain people, a whole country on your back. You are the hero to that country. You win a World Cup, you are the hero of that country. Everybody loves you, even rival fans. So I think, if you're to for me personally, I can't lie, my club, I'm used to winning Champions Leagues. You know what I mean? Chelsea, we just done it. So World Cup, I'd take a World Cup any day.
Alright.
Take a World Cup.
Okay. The World Cup is there. The World Cup is 3-1 to the World Cup right now. But see, I will say when the Euros ends, I will actually say mine this time. I know I did a little cliffhanger from the last question, but I will answer this question definitely. I'm in two minds. I've never seen my country win the World Cup. The scenes of the nation. If we ever win the World Cup, we'll be mad. I saw a group of people, very English people, sing Adiola, do you want to roll with a geezer? Because of the Euros and the international competition. Like, I've seen that with my own eyes, and it's flipping amazing. So
I might make the wrong decision now.
Yeah.
Too late.
Too late, bro.
Oh,
but at the same time, you know the amount of smoke that I would be able to give if Man United won a World Cup, Champions League, bro. I would be on a next one. Man, both are satisfying. But listen, it's okay, my brother. It's okay. We'll find out later. Right, let's get into the football. Everyone smash the like button for the World Cup, the Euros, and the UCL. Why not? Just give it all out. You know what I'm saying? Give out all the likes. Also, remember to share it out to all the charlatans who are not catching the vibes right now. They need to know it's happening. And finally, subscribe to the Football Terrace. Obviously, Snap Media deal gone through. Look at all the backgrounds, all the transitions, everything that's coming through now that Terry and Don Terry and the Mandem have linked up. So please, guys, subscribe to the Football Terrace. Remember, there are new tiers of the membership program. So you can become a legendary member, squad member, first team member. Each tier has different perks that you can get for becoming a member in the Football Terrace. And even things like being part of a private WhatsApp group with Terry himself, if you want his number. Getting exclusive tickets to be at Football Terrace Studios live when the studio is built. Exclusive content for you guys only. So make sure you get out there, become a member, and get all those perks, man. We love to see it now. All right, cool. So we're gonna talk football now, and there's only one place to start. We saw one of the craziest moments I think I've ever seen in football. Like me as a person, just watching it. That was during the Denmark-Finland game, and we got a reminder of how important life actually is beyond football, beyond the euphoria of winning the Euros, beyond the euphoria of scoring at this competition. We got to witness something that's way more precious and means so much more, and that's what happened with Eriksen suffering. I think it was a cardiac arrest on the pitch, collapsing mid-game, and I feel like we have to start talking about this because he's pulled through, and it went from the scariest moment of the tournament to one of the most beautiful, especially with how the teams and the players all rallied around the situation, rallied around Eriksen, and showed their support. Players dedicating their celebrations, and not just in the Euros, but I saw Hakimi and Son, who are not even part of the competition, come together, and celebrate and dedicate their games to Eriksen. And I just want to speak about that instant and how what was going on with each person during that time, because I know I was watching with my dad, and it was just we just sat there and we were just sitting there. He just took the throw, and obviously he collapsed, and we were both just like, "Wait, what's happening here?" Like, this is more than serious. The images that BBC chose to still show, obviously we're both looking at them. It's like, this is not good. We both were just saying that this could be bad, like fatally bad. And my dad's also a faithful man like me. He believes in God, and we both were sitting as like, we just pray that he intervenes, and Eriksen can get saved. And I know everyone's got different belief systems and things they go to, but that's what I know that me and my dad were thinking. I'm feeling. And seeing the medical team, seeing rush out, go there, get there quick, seeing his teammates surround him to make sure that try their best to make sure there's no images of those scenes, was one of those things where it's just like, this is not looking good. But I respect so much every single one of those people who were out there on the day, especially his wife, because she must have been going through it. But yeah, I've said a lot. So Kendall, like the whole thing, or what? Seeing it, how did it make you feel? And then what did you think after that? Like now that you know that he's okay and things are going on the way up for him.
Well, first, I was watching it with my granddad and brother. Obviously, I'm only watching this channel or watches me or follows me, knows that I watch pretty much obviously all through lockdown. I've watched every single game with my granddad because he's widowed, so I've watched every single game. So this is no different. And me and my granddad looked at each of them because my brother was still there. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look good. I only caught where he collapsed. So I didn't, like, at the time, so I think I was on my phone, and I only caught where he collapsed. So I thought that there was a clash of heads, like you usually would. And then my granddad was like, oh, no, he's just collapsed. I don't know what's wrong. And then obviously in like a split second, you realise that it was really, really serious. I felt sick. I literally felt like I was going to vomit because I was like, oh my God, this is actually horrendous. Because I remember, obviously, Fabrice Muamba, and then that was like one of the worst things I've ever seen. And again, yesterday, exactly the same. And it obviously got serious. And then I realised that one of them had one of the medics had a defibrillator on their back. I said, okay, that it's really not good news. I think my granddad was crying, I was crying, my brother was like, oh my God, I feel sick, I really hope he's okay. I wouldn't say we're religious necessarily, like I wouldn't say I'm a practicing Catholic or anything like that. I was brought up like that, but even like we were all praying, like I was literally sat there like praying, like come on, like you've got to make it through. I must admit, props to Anthony Taylor for being so quick and realising the severity of the situation. Within 5 seconds, he realised it was serious. The Danish players, the captain who pulled Eriksen's tongue out of his mouth, put him in the recovery position. The players who came and surrounded him so everyone couldn't see, because what happened yesterday really upset a lot of people by, yes, it might have been internalised feed from UEFA, and that's fine, but every single broadcasting company that was broadcasting that situation absolutely had the internalised authority to cut to a studio, to cut to a commercial break. They had that authority. No one is stopping them from doing that. So it went on way too long, the coverage, than it should have. And obviously there'll have to be questions asked about that. But yeah, shout out to the players, shout out to the referee, Anthony Taylor, and obviously as well the medics who have thought very quickly, understood the situation very, very quickly, and have managed to literally bring the man back to life, because obviously the Danish doctor said today that he suffered a cardiac arrest and he was gone on the field. So I hope he makes a full recovery with he probably will have to, be on some form of medication for the rest of his life, or tests and things like that. Might have to have a pacemaker, but maybe his football career is ended, but he's got his life, and that is, as you said, the single-handedly the most important thing that we all possess in our lives and that we all share. So yeah, just so glad that he's okay.
Yeah. So how did you feel seeing that? Obviously you're a Gooner, but this transcends rivalry. This transcends you support Arsenal, you support Spurs. Like how did this affect you?
I think at first I didn't realize how bad it was until I started to see literally every single one of them in tears. That's when I was like, shit, like this is bad. Because at first I thought maybe the heat got to him, maybe he's just hopefully you kind of look at the positive of the situation rather than thinking the worst. But then when they started crying, I was like, nah, this isn't a collapse. This wasn't just him fainting or him being dehydrated or anything like that. And I was like, nah, this is getting worse, fam. Like, what was it, like 14 minutes or 20 minutes to try to like revive him basically. And I thought, I was really like hoping and praying that he pulled through, and it was the first time I've ever felt emotional watching a football game. I don't normally feel this, and it was weird because you have this like epiphany moment that we put so much emphasis on crap that doesn't really matter, and you have those moments when you see sort of, because I've not really had anyone that's close to me pass away yet, anyways, and I'm thankful for that because I don't know, how it must feel, but that's like the first sort of sign of potentially seeing someone that you've followed for your whole life. Like I've watched Christian Eriksen from a very young, like he is my generational player, and to see that someone who you look up to, regardless of playing for rivals or not, and you just hope for the best, especially when you start to see his wife cry, and that's when you start to remember, it is a game of football, and life is short. You never know. Like these guys are primed athletes, and he had a cardiac arrest. Like they're meant to be at the top of like the human specimens. Like that's like what we think of them, and anything can happen. He's what, like 30 something, and potentially
29.
Yeah, like, and he's like he's probably some of us. I'm 22. He's not a lot older than me, and to think that that can happen to anyone, and one day you can wake up and one day you're pretty much gone, and it is a sad moment, and I'm thankful that he pulled through, and we'll have to see obviously how his recovery goes. Hopefully he can make a return, maybe not for a while, but hopefully. Maybe not at the level he's playing now, but hopefully he does make a return to football. And I know Daley Blinn went through something similar recently as well, and he had a pacemaker, and he told his side of the story today as well, saying how much of a mental barrier he had to break through just to be able to play today. So it does take a lot out of people, but I hope his recovery still goes well, and I hope he's recovering well.
He's been looking fine. I saw that picture on Instagram, on Twitter today, where he's out the window, he's smiling, putting a thumbs up. So he's looking well. Cam, you're more of a you're older than us. You've got more experience than us in life at the moment. If you're in his shoes now, do you come back and play football?
No, it's done. I hope he makes that decision. I mean, he just won Serie. You won a big trophy. You're basically Denmark's hero. There's no need. You died. You died. Like you were dead. And if he watches that video back to see how everybody reacted to it, your life's far more important than what you're going to do on the pitch anyway. Right. So that for me, like all you guys said, like it was a hard thing to watch. I watch a lot of sports. I've seen guys break their necks in like NFL football. I've seen a lot of shit. And I didn't see it at first. I was in the kitchen and I came in, and then the group chat, everybody was like really upset. And normally when a footballer goes down, it's just being dramatic. So I had no idea, because like by the time I got to this TV, he was covered, so you couldn't see him. So I was like, really, what's happening? What's everybody free? Then like Sol just said, I saw everybody crying, and I'm like, nah, people don't just cry if somebody was rolling on the ground. So I watched it back, like I actually rewinded it. And then I started to tear up because I was like, oh shit, he's probably dead, because like that's the way they brought him out, all of that. You're like, there's no other way it could have been. So that feelings that I had, I'm like, I can only imagine. Like, I don't know Eriksen. I'm not close to him. I can only imagine what like his family was feeling, the teammates and all that. And it's just at this stage, like you've done what you had to do. You've made your money. Your family's set up for life. You're gonna have to like have a pacemaker and stuff like that. Like it's just not worth it. It is at the end of the game just a game. End of the day, just a game. So I wouldn't, to answer your question, I hope he announces a retirement, and I don't think there's any shame in that.
Yeah, there's absolutely no shame in that whatsoever. We've got Sigrid here before we go to Darren. He says, I got Jesse says, such a dominant player. He was been running circles around defenses for nearly a decade. The world of football dodged a bullet. I'm sure the rest are relieved as well. And yeah, everyone's relieved. And Darren, when you saw the images of him looking to be conscious, looking to be up, and now and all the reports coming out, did that fill you with that sense of, okay, like yes, we've saved a life here, and today is been a good day?
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like, well, I'm sure for everyone as well, like a huge like relief just off everyone's shoulders, because just even talking about it now, like I feel like my heart just feels heavy just talking about it. And I think just like everyone watched it at the time, I was literally just about to play football as I was watching it on my phone live stream. And when it's happened, literally, because I didn't see when he actually fell, but when I seen it back, because I thought there was a collision of some sort, but when I seen he just fell by himself, honestly, the worst case scenario came to mind. I thought of Muamba straight away, and literally all those fears just came straight to mind. And honestly, I was just so distraught. And if I felt like that, I can only imagine how bad his family, his friends, like all in his home country as well. Like, literally, I was just thinking, no, it can't go like this. Not in his home country, not when he's representing his team. So honestly, with obviously it all going positively and him recovering, like you said, like, I'm a guy of faith as well, and I could only like thank God and just like be so appreciative of life in general. And honestly, I feel like the whole thing, even in terms of, let's say someone like Anthony Taylor, I'm sure he's had so much criticism over the years in terms of refereeing decisions, and people generally criticize these guys for just football decisions. But really today, or it's not today, the other day when he made that decision, because literally his life could have been saved in those split seconds. And I know Taylor, the moment that thing happened, he signaled for the medics to come immediately. And those type of quick responses, like you can see over the years, they've learned, they've improved, they know what to do in those situations, and they're prepared better than most of us probably would have been. And obviously the captain did such an excellent job. Everybody did an excellent job covering the cameras, doing better than what the media should have been doing, like not zooming in on the wife and zooming in on like unnecessary, So I think for the world of football, like everyone's, it's a good day that we were able to save him, because honestly, I think everybody would have been so distraught and depressed. It would have just put it down on the whole.
It would have, man. I don't know. I don't even know if you could actually continue the Euros if that actually happened, if it went negatively. But I hope because some here saying I hope that the football authorities after this really value the players more instead of overworking them with so many games. And that's true. They've had a lot of games this season. They've got a lot of games coming up. You got a World Cup in Qatar during the winter next year, and so many things. So hopefully the governing bodies do look at that. So how do we treat these players fairly as people and not as commodities? And also, there's also another chat there saying to rest in peace to Alex Kipster, who unfortunately lost his life this week. So yeah, man, like thoughts go out to his family and his friends, and hopefully they are going through the process of grieving right now, and they can do that peacefully. Back to the football, though.
KJ, wait 1 second. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, sure.
One thing, and I was talking about it with my girlfriend. The one only positive you could potentially take from a situation is that cardiac arrests can be random, right? The only thing you could say is if that had happened and he wasn't on that pitch, he wouldn't have got that kind of treatment as quickly, right? So that's the only, if it wasn't caused by playing football saved his life. That's the only thing you could think of. That's like because those EMTs, like as you said, Anthony Taylor, all the people who acted that quickly, if you're just out on the street or at home, you can't get that care that quickly. So like that could have saved his life. And that's the only thing where you're like, you think about those EMTs, and now every time when I see them going out, before you started like, why do we need like them with the
so many?
I'm just gonna be like, do your jobs, guys, do you? Because
and the fact that it's one of those ones where like they're there, but you don't ever want to see them. So the fact that we never see them is a good sign. But we're grateful that they are there. We know why they're there, and they proved it on that in that situation right there. And they are heroes, and that's the only way to describe them. And again, big up to everyone in that situation. But yes, but the football did go on. They chose it. It was a very questionable decision. Did people were they forced to play? Did UEFA pressure them to play? The news is that they said they wanted to play. Eriksen said play on the game. So we can only go by that until something else is revealed later on. But yeah, they played the game, and unfortunately for Denmark, they couldn't get past that situation and ended up losing the game. And I felt for Finland as well, because they responded very, very good to the whole situation as well. And as a team, this is their first major tournament. They score their first major goal and get their first major win, and they can't really, you know what I mean? They can't really have a full celebration, because when I can't pronounce his name, so I'm not giving a try. But when the Finland player scored, you could tell he wanted to go and run off and scream, but then he's like, actually, no, let me not do that. Let me respect the situation that happened, and massive respect to him, because it'd been easy to get carried away with the goal. And then so I felt for Finland in that instance, and then also I felt for Denmark, because it just wasn't going their way and nothing. They even got a penalty, which was questionable. And Højbjerg, one player you would assume that he would be able to handle the weight. He had a good season with Spurs, like individually. He just missed. He missed his pen. Kasper Schmeichel, even in the goal,
that was his head's gone.
You know what I mean? Like you don't make that. Does he make that mistake if that doesn't happen? You probably say no. So yeah, commiserations to Denmark and well done to Finland to actually getting their first win. And hey, maybe this is a catalyst for them to go and go all the way into the knockout stages, which for that country and those players would be an excellent achievement. But yeah, thoughts are with Eriksen and everyone who was at that game that day. But it's time to bring up the mood a bit. Let's bring it back to the good vibes. You know what I'm saying? We've had that discussion. We've gone into that. It's time to bring it back. And if we're going to bring it back, first of all, you need to smash the like button. You know, it's shout out to all the charlatans, and also subscribe to the Football Terrace. But we have to bring it back. And it is the one team that everyone wants to do badly, including the people living here, because apparently you can't take a knee without getting booed and that. You know what I'm saying? They booed the knee again. But it is what it is. England won, Croatia 0. And it's England's, like, this is crazy, you know? England's first ever international Euros win in the first game. That is bad, isn't it? That is bad.
Now, it only happened because it's at Wembley, because we've got a really good record at major tournaments at Wembley. So it was a battle of two records. Will we maintain the good one or the bad one? And thankfully, you know, we pulled through and we got the good record. Yeah,
we got an excellent record there, and it pulled through. And you know what? Yeah, let's talk about the manager. Let's talk about Waistcoat, because he has been under a lot of scrutiny ever since select. Actually, no, not even ever since that. Just in general, he's been under a lot of scrutiny. He is the England manager. He selected 32 players.
33, I think.
33,
yeah. He selected 33 players to trim it down. People were questioning that. The lineup comes out. No Jack Grealish. Trippier playing left back. It all seemed like it was absolutely mess of a lineup. But the England team got it done in the end and grabbing that W. Darren, as an England fan, how did you feel seeing the one and only Raheem Sterling grab that goal to get England the win?
Yeah. I'll be very honest. Throughout the whole thing, I'd say mixed feelings. I think from when the lineup was brought out, generally I'd say a lot of people were confused. Sort of like what? Trippier left back? We got Chilwell and Shaw, but then Chilwell doesn't even make the bench, and then Shaw on the bench, and then that just didn't make sense. And then no Grealish, no Sancho starting. I don't know. I just going into the game, it's sort of, I wouldn't say my confidence was knocked majorly, but it was just the whole Southgate. What's the plan? What's going on? And I think going to the game, and then as we started to play, my confidence sort of came up and up, because generally the game plan from what went on, I feel like I could see what Southgate was doing, and clearly, obviously, it came through. But I don't know. I think surprisingly, Southgate did okay. He did okay going into the first game.
Oi, you see how reluctant everyone is to be like, Southgate did a good job. Everyone's like, yeah, Southgate did great. He did good. He did okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's hurting. It's hurting. Yo,
I don't know, man. With Southgate, it's just a matter of, you don't know what you're going to get with Southgate. You really don't. I can't, even going into next game, I have no idea how he's going to set up. No idea. And I've been trying to figure out this guy this whole time, but he's got the job done, so can't complain.
Yeah, Kendall. England getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? You picked the World Cup for your pick at the start because of the euphoria of the whole nation. Is this England team and Gareth Southgate, is there something there that could go semi-final, final? Is that, or is this game one of those ones where you look at it, it's like it was a good win, still not enough there to potentially win the thing?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it was a win, but it wasn't a very convincing one. If that's, that's the way we're going to go. I think it's probably the hardest group game, in my opinion. I think obviously there's going to be a lot of pressure surrounding the Scotland game because you want to beat your home your home nation rival or whatever. The lineup, I was very confused. Didn't understand why Grealish wasn't starting. Sterling's been pretty much, during the Premier League season, he hasn't had the greatest season. Probably that's arguable, but for him, I know he normally does pretty well for England though, so that's fair enough. I must admit, I was very don't understand why Phillips is starting. I hate this 2 DM situation. I've said this all along. And then Trippier at left back. I wanted Trippier to start right back, but not left back when you've already got Luke Shaw, a perfectly capable left back. But I must admit, Trippier really surprised me at left back today. I know he can play both positions, but he really surprised me today. Showed a lot of what he's been shown throughout the season in La Liga. Obviously, I know probably more than other people because I have watched him every single game this season. But, well, not the one that he was banned for, but the games that he's played this season. So I know how he plays, and I knew everyone was slating him. Why is Trippier even going? And I was sick of having arguments with people over it. Showed today what I did. Calvin Phillips has completely and utterly wiped everything I thought about him. Every negative thought that I ever thought about him. He absolutely rightly deserves his place. He had a really good game today. Really good game. He carried Sterling's goal basically because he did all the dirty work, and obviously Sterling just had the calm finish. Really, really impressed by him today. Really, really impressed. The first 20 minutes was great because we were pressuring a lot. Phil Foden's chance in the first half was very unlucky. It was on the inside of the post, very unlucky. Wish he'd scored it because it would have been sick. But yeah, I think it was all right. The only thing that I maybe is a bit questioning is Harry Kane, because no doubt about it, Harry Kane is Harry Kane. He scores goals. He's phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. But he plays too deep. I don't know whether this is a club problem, whether Southgate's told him to play too deep so that Foden and whoever's on the other side, Sterling, Grealish, can run in. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't think that's right. I don't think it's right for him to be there. And if it is, and if he is going to be number 9, and play as a number 9, then I think he needs support around him rather than as being a sole striker in front of a midfield 3. So we'll see what happens next game. Obviously, it's Scotland, probably the biggest game rather than the hardest. But yeah, we'll see. It wins a win, so can't really.
Yeah, we've got them Scots, and a win will take England through definitely to the next rounds of the Euros. Souls, my guy, England win, beat Croatia after people were saying, "Oh, get revenge from the World Cup." They already did that, a year afterwards in the Nations League. So you know what I'm saying? This was just needed to be won. How did you feel after the game? Are you encouraged? by what you saw with England?
I hope Southgate has seen what's good about that team. My only issue is, right, he's probably going to go put Jordan Henderson next game, and he's going to bring in, like, what he needs to look. I was happy he played Phillips. I actually really, really like Phillips. You needed to nullify that midfield. You needed to press them. When Modric gets space, that game would have turned. But Phillips didn't let him breathe. Man was on him. The minute he touched that ball, Phillips was wiping him out, making it known. The presence was there. Like Modric was like, oh, for God's sake, just sub me off, man. I can't be asked. I don't want to play anymore. And you know what? Yeah, this win would have been convincing if it wasn't for Raheem Sterling. As much as he scored that goal, man was playing rugby, fam. Is he in the nations or so? Is he advertising himself as a rugby player? The man, it was the home nation. That's what he was advertising himself for. The man missed chances, man. It annoys me. But then, yeah, he did get his goal, so I can't criticize him too much. I agree, Kane. Oh my God, man. The guy, can someone just tell him, you're a striker. Stay up top. That's all you have to do. Are you stupid or something? Stop coming deep.
He's got like Spurs PTSD though, and he's playing
I'm sure he's instructed this
so
way.
Annoying. It's like Stones, Mings, opposite side. Done. Like just basic. Dumb it down for him because he clearly can't understand tactics. So just dumb it down. You know where Stones and Mings are? Not that side. No. Don't that way. No, that way. That way. Come on.
Just wait, stay closer to the opposition's goal than you are to our goal. Please,
there was a point where they were like, I don't know if it went to a goal kick to them, and he was in like our half, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that as a striker? Like, you need to be over the halfway line. What are you actually doing?"
There's multiple times where he was like, I think there was one time where he was like on the left-hand side, and like I was like, "Bruv, who are you crossing to? Because you're not there, fam. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be there." I think he's just so used to doing this for Spurs. It's just a bit. It's just a bit much, you know what I mean? Like, he needs to remember, like, you listen, just be in the width of just be in the box, be in the width of the box, and then we're happy with you, you know what I mean?
I don't want another man just to hold his hand to take him to the box. I don't need that. Just stay there, please.
But it felt like that was the game plan. It felt like that's what he wanted. Like, it felt like watching the game, it felt like the plan was for Foden and Sterling to try, well, Sterling especially, to get behind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why whether it was Southgate or Kane who decided that. Yeah,
like I feel like it was Kane dropped deeper, kind of overloading the midfield, because helped them out a bit.
You just got in the way though.
But I agree. But it seemed the way they were playing, he wasn't really in the box a lot. So it's like that's not really Kane. Somebody, in my opinion, probably told him. It feels like the game plan was you're not even going to be in the box that much. Like Raheem get in the box, Foden run onto it. That's what it looked like. Like,
that does not fill me with hope.
No. Oh, you know what's mad, yeah? Like I just put the tweet, the comment here. Kyle Walker was so bad. Yeah. Like in that first half, especially, flipping hell. He was terrible.
Yeah.
See when he passed it out, ran through the middle, took ages on the ball. Just passed it straight out.
Listen. He did it down on the ball, passed it out the thing. He did a crossfield ball, passed it to a Croatia player. He tried to clear the ball. He hit off Perisic and almost went in. It was just not his day on the ball at all. Defensively, though, he was crucial to keeping Perisic quiet. And
for England, I think he needs to play in a back three, like the right hand side of a back three for England, where he has played before. Because I don't think, in terms of how we want to play or how we're going to play, I don't think right back's the position for him for England. Like, that's just like where I'm at, because he has played in the back three before with Southgate. So, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Darren. I'm sorry, bro, but that's funny, fam. Welcome to Vibes FC, man. Man calling you Tanya, man. Oh, yeah, man, that's funny, man. That's funny.
But going off of Kendall's point, I do agree, because I feel like even with City as well, like I feel like he doesn't really play that traditional right back like that way. He's like proper part of the attack. He's just used to, I'm ready to defend. 1v1, you want to try to take me on, I'm just going to bully you. And that's what he's good at. But I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is, if you want 1v1 defending,
You left the guy at home.
You left the best one at home and that, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say because
he's not even going to be at home. He's gone Congo now, hasn't he?
Oh,
He's
listen.
Congo,
he may. I said this on Twitter. He may look awkward on the ball, yeah, but at least he gets past man. Well, tell me who did Carl Walker get past today?
Himself.
You know what I mean? Like at least Aaron Bissaka will like awkwardly stumble across and go inside and out and sort of magically appear with the ball on the other side of the player. Like, come on, AWB, man. Like, Gareth, if you're not going to use him, just put him out of his misery and tell him, bro, because you can't have Kyle Walker there forever. You know what I'm saying? Reece James getting shouts as well to start. But hey, we're going to move on from this game though. But well done, England. Man like Raheem the Dream, our guy, man. Jamaica born and that, you know what I'm saying? Saving England. As he does. We love to see guys smash the like button for England's win. Will it come home this year? We will see. Next game we're going to talk about though is probably the best game of the tournament so far. A game that we should have known this was going to happen because their manager is Frank de Boer, fam. Man, you know what I mean? This guy, what did Jose call him?
The worst football manager in Premier League history. That's not even paraphrasing. That's literally the quote.
Literally what he said. Literally what he said. And he almost showed why today, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's mad about the Netherlands? The Netherlands squad. It's actually a really good squad. Really good squad. But when you get planes flying over to say, stop playing 5-3-2 and play 4-3-3, you know it's getting peak, bro. Because in football, there's some things that just run through a team or a nation that just stay there. You know what I mean? And 4-3-3 is Holland, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that is their formation. They've been playing it for years. They basically invented it. And that's what I want to see. But Frank de Boer coming out with 5-3-2, getting everyone riled up. But it worked in the end, and he is basically the Dutch Southgate. You're coming there saying, you know what I mean? Tell me about the Netherlands game.
First off, in the first 10 minutes of that game, wow, that was a basketball game. It was back and forth. It was wide open. That both teams had chances. Ukraine could have scored 2 in the opening as well. People were saying that Netherlands could have. Sure, so could have Ukraine. I'm saying it worked because they were playing the Ukraine. You cannot be that. Like, they were getting sliced in the midfield at some point. Only when they took the lead, and then Ukraine kind of went in their shell a bit. Like, that's the only time they took control of the game, when Ukraine lost confidence. The better teams aren't going to lose confidence. They're just going to be like, all right, cool. Well, you score 1, we'll score 2 or 3 on that formation. I love the game. It was great. But when you say it worked, it's like that keeper should have just cleared the ball. That should have been a draw. I'm sorry. You kicked that ball out. That's done. Game's done. Ukraine's going to set up. They're fine. The keeper, that's like me in FIFA just losing my attention and being like, where am I kicking the ball now? It went to nowhere. It was terrible. So I don't know if it worked.
Cam, why did you say that word? I've not played FIFA 20 in like 5 weeks, 6 weeks or something. And now you just give me PTSD. FIFA 20, FIFA 21. The worst FIFA game I've ever played in my life. Legit. Terrible. But anyway, keep going.
I'm just saying, I don't think it worked in that sense. In that group, it may, because Austria, and we'll talk about that game, obviously played a pretty open game too. I hope that this tournament's going to have goals. That's what we're seeing so far.
Yeah, clearly.
There's going to be a lot of goals. And I felt bad for I did feel bad for the Ukrainians, because I just thought that it deserved a draw. Like, I really thought that game deserved a draw. Really put some pressure on that group, because I don't want to see too many cagey games. And if you put those two have a draw, then their next few games, they're going out and trying to score goals. Memphis was out there hot dogging and doing what he does. And he had some night, like that one run was ridiculous. But after that, he got a little too the ball. We saw it. Yeah. And we see he can do it in the French league. You can't do it at the Worlds. He's going to have to pass more.
He's going to have to change it up a bit. You know what I mean? But he's one of their best players. If not, he's their best player. So yeah,
move the ball.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Oh, but Ukraine, they fought back, and Yarmolenko, bro. You know what it is. You know when certain men say, "Don't let him on his left," yeah. He is one of those players, fam. He is one of those players. Do not let him on his left because that was absolutely wonderful. Top bins, no one's saving that, man. Darren, your expression said it all. When you saw that go in, like, how did you feel?
Straight banger. The thing is, like you said, Yarmolenko, he's one of them players. I personally don't rate him highly, but the one thing you don't do is let him go on his left foot. That's all he's got. If you let him go on his left foot, shoot outside the box, you know what's going to happen. And that goal, to be fair, like Netherlands, you could see they were quite naive. All their midfielders, I don't know where they were standing, but they were literally De Jong, Ronaldo, and the other one. Nobody closed them. Everyone just sort of stood there, watched them cut inside, and it's like, yo, you left.
So what do you expect? It's like, what do you expect?
Literally, what are you expecting? And top bins, and they come back within 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes.
Poor. They deserve to miss out on the 3 points, to be honest. But lucky.
Wait, can we talk about that set piece? By the way, that's you know how sick that set piece was.
That was quality.
No, that cross. Whoever put that cross in, that was fire. Like, and the way my man,
I think it was Malinovsky. I think put the cross in.
Yeah, from Atalanta. Yeah. And is it Yaramchuk? Is it that how you say it? Yeah, my man. Oh, listen, I got him on the Informers FIFA. That's the only reason why I know who he is. But when I say my man's head, listen, I love seeing it from set pieces. Those are the goals you love to see, man. It was absolutely wild. And literally, I was in my room. I was downstairs with my dad. I was like, let's go. Like, this is why I love the Euros. Like, I'm not even a fan of either team, but whenever they score, I'm just screaming for like no reason. You know what I mean? It's out here loud. But yeah, great game. And then obviously Dumfries, after missing one of the easiest chances you probably have in the tournament, with his 50 pence head, to go and score in the winning goal with his head is amazing. But yeah, we've got Val is in the comments, Liverpool fan. A lot of the Liverpool fans are in the comments crying. Fine. Gini Wijnaldum played really well. Okay, is that what you want to hear? Because you've heard it now.
He normally does though for his country. He normally does play pretty well. He's like one of their most like highly rated players for his country. So it didn't really surprise me very much. Just David. I was just glad when he scored. I was thinking of David, like, David in the mud.
Yeah, David. He tries to counteract it, saying, "I only have an agenda with Wijnaldum when he plays for Liverpool, and when he's for Netherlands, it's fine because he actually plays his position." But yeah, it just shows that when you play players in their natural positions and let them do what they do, the things can happen. And Gini is also a very talented player as well. Like, we've been speaking about him for how long now? Like, he was the was he the captain of PSV? But he was in there at a young age. I know he was in there PSV for a young age, and then obviously Kendall knows a lot about him from his time at Newcastle. Didn't he score 4 goals in one game? Time. Yeah.
He was phenomenal. And when he left, like, no one was even like. We were sad that he left, but it wasn't like, oh, bye. Like, you know, like some players, you're like, oh, go off and I hate you. Like, I hope your career fails. Like, it wasn't like that at all. It was like, go out there and actually, like, we knew he was just brilliant. He was just absolutely fantastic.
You know, when you think about it, was he there for 1 season or 2?
No, wasn't it 1 and then they got relegated?
1 and then he went to Liverpool.
Yeah. You know, when you think about it, how the hell did you guys get Wijnaldum in the first place?
Mike asked you, direct special.
We had some serious ballers, or like Cabaye, obviously Ben Arfa, Wijnaldum. Like, that period between like Pardew and McLaren signed some like unreal players who actually went on to do really, really well.
I think they were on clearance sales, isn't it?
Yeah, like when I think about it, it's like, wait a sec. Why? I remember because I watched him live that season as well with Sissoko, who was an absolute beast in the midfield. Yeah. When you're playing right mid, he's terrible. In the mid. What is it, sorry, Dan?
Yeah, no, Newcastle definitely had players, man. Like,
yeah, they had players. And
to be there as well. Jeez.
Yeah, so Sissoko was there. I remember when it was the 2-0 against Liverpool. Actually, that season I was there in in the stadium because my friend got tickets for that game. But yeah, I remember I was just like, watch. I was like, these guys are actually good, isn't it? Like these guys are playing, and it's just mad. Like when you think of Newcastle now, we shouldn't think like this because they've had Alan Shearer, Patrick Cliver. You know what I mean? They've had some serious ballers, fam, like come through their team. And now when we think about them, it's like Joe Linton.
We always do. We just don't hold on to them. It's going to be exactly the same with St. Maximin because we just don't hold on to them because we're not good enough because we just like finishing 17th every year. I mean, I know we didn't this year, like, but very down to the wire. But yeah, we don't keep hold of them for very long. Like they're always really good and like it's practically a stepping stone for like another a move elsewhere. But obviously, that's just what we are now.
Everyone in the comments talking about Demba Ba and Papi Cisse, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what a duo.
That was sick.
Yo, I got nightmare. I still get nightmares of that goal he scored against Chelsea.
One of the best
goals
like ever.
Yeah,
like physics. What is physics, bro? It was mad. It was so mad.
Gravity gone.
It's all mad. But David T says this. Kendall beating Raheem for who is the better 10.
Shout out David, man. Every time he comes with something, he elevates it every time. I love it, man. So good.
He's got bar. Remember, bars for Kendall is still a thing. We're not doing it today, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a very mad game. We'll move on to the next game, though. And these guys, you know what? Yeah, both of these teams got hype here. Both of these teams got absolutely gassed for one reason or another. And it was like it's the opening day, it's the first game, you've got the grand ceremony, you've got the Italian man singing that song that is literally used everywhere, you know what I mean? Like one of the most famous opera songs in that. They had flares going on. Pyrotechnics, you're pyrotechnic engineers, yeah? I respect you. I really do. Because you man are handling explosives and flares and color powder and everything, and you're making it look sick. So I respect it. They had a girl, was she like playing the violin in the balloons and stuff? Like that was all, it was all mad. And then
they robbed their son's car in it and dug a hole in it.
That's probably like my highlight of everything. Like unless we win it, that's going to be the highlight.
Listen, if you got a freaking Hasbulla, yes, driving that little RC car and that, driving through the whip and that, listen, when I saw that, I genuinely was like, wait a second, they're not going to go pull it in the car, are they? But that's like, going to put it in the car. I'm like, what? I was like, I want to, when I see it going, I was like, I was like,
it made like a little wheel spin when it set off and it made me laugh so much.
Man was like, Fast and Furious Euros edition, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, flip it out. Oh, man, I can't believe they did that. That is still going to literally just make me laugh into the end of time. But we are talking about Italy and Turkey, and Italy just pammed Turkey into non-existence, man. He is peak. Yo, Cameron, did you expect this from Italy going into the tournament?
Not at all. And it's not because I don't think Italy's a good team. It's just historically Italy is a defensive team. But people, if you got to check their form, they haven't lost, I think, in the last 27 games or something like that. So I'm just upset at everybody who had me believe in Turkey was actually a good team. I'm upset because I took some of that.
Remember, Igal was like, they're gonna
Igal, there's Cash, there's a whole bunch of people. Aaron, I was watching everybody's feelings about because I was picking my pools and all that. You guys know I like to gamble, and I put Turkey like to go decently far, like as a dark horse in some places because I'm like everyone's talking about them. And I looked at their players; they have some good players, but Italy put them to the sword. And I'm also upset because I forgot how to play fantasy for Euros, and I didn't put in any Italian players. I benched Donnarumma, and so this game had a lot of pain for me. A lot of fun to watch, though, but a lot of pain watching this game because now it's like I just can't believe. I think Italy will get decently far, but I do think they're not going to be able to play the way they played against other teams, the way they played against Turkey. Let them do whatever they want. They sat back. Yeah. They allowed them to press. They didn't put any pressure on them at all. It's like they were playing for a draw. And then once they went down, they just sat back even more. I was like, "It's a go. At least go for it now. You're gonna get pinned. At least go for it." It was a really weird game, but the Italians look good. They just take nothing away from them. The Italians look good, and we'll see how it goes for them later on in the tournament. I got
I got them in my sweepstakes, so I hope they do good.
You got Italy. Oh, fair play.
I got Italy, yeah.
Fair.
I got them. Ciro Immobile and Lukaku to be the top scorers. Those are the guys I bet on. So I mean, at this point, I'm okay. I'm chilling.
Yeah, you're good, man. You're good. Your souls, fam, like Turkey. Did you like what was that like? Obviously, they're coming in with this hype, dark horses. They what did they beat France and draw with them in the qualifying or something like that? Like, so seeing that performance, were you just like, what? I've been deceived. Like, you've lied to me.
I don't know why they changed their approach. I don't know why they went so defensive. And in passages of play, they were flicking the ball. They were moving the ball really good. And they needed to do more of it. I don't know why they became a timid team today. On the opening day. But do you know what it is? Yeah, Italy, man. That you know what? When I seen that team, I was like, I didn't realize actually how good their squad was.
Yeah.
It consists of like 10 different clubs. This, you know what? Mancini was like, I want to play my football. I'm going to pick the players who suit my football. And that's like, you could see that. It's weird, yeah, because Italy didn't look like a national team, yeah. They looked like a team that was bought in a transfer window. Like, he was like, yeah, this player fits my system. That player, yep, he fits. And they were just an oiled machine. And I was like, how are they dark horses? Number one, they look too good. They look way too good to be a dark horse. Defensively, very experienced. Attackingly, they got the Italian Messi in Insigne, brilliant goal, well taken. They got Bellotti coming on, flipping incredible, man. Immobile was starting, and it's one of those ones where I don't know what Turkey did. When you see them play normally, they're quite a good team. They play good football, but I think they just got scared, really. First time, I think, for a lot of them was their major tournament, opening game. I think the moment got to them. And I actually still think people who have written Turkey off keep doing it, because when the likes of myself and other people who have rated Turkey, it'll just make us look better. So keep doing it.
The average age of Turkey's team is like 24. So they're like really... Yeah. They're like a very, very, very young squad. And I don't think underestimated. I was going to say misunderestimated. They underestimated actually how attacking Italy might go out, because obviously Italy, everyone's been calling the dark horses because they're just at the end of a rebuilding phase now. So like the old players have left. They're kind of a mixed bag now. Like Chiellini and people are still there, but there's younger players coming through. Chiellini rolled back the absolute years with that performance, by the way, on Friday. Rolled back the years. He was so good, so
that block was wild. I was like, all right, then, go on.
Very mad. And you know what, I think there seems to be so much more respect put on Mancini's name, bro, because that man's one, like when you look at the managers that win these competitions, a lot of them, club level, have done the mad things. Mancini's won the Premier League. Like he won this. He won the Serie A. He won the Serie A with freaking Inter Milan.
Isn't he just like the suavest man ever though? Like, it annoys the life out of me. He just like exudes elegance. Like, he's just so good. He's like probably like a character. Like, he's just Italian. Like, that's exactly how you think. Like, Italians are like just smart, suave. Like, he's just class. I love him. He's
and you know what? Yeah, he's like 50 odd years old, but bruv,
look at
man's in shape. Man, he's in shape, bruv.
Have you seen a picture of him on the beach and he's in shorts? What the hell? I was like,
wait. I was like, this makes no sense. Man's supposed to be wrinkly. You know what I mean? Man should be like, man, this shouldn't be real. Like, literally, he looked photoshopped, and when it's like you find out it's real, it's like, you know what? Yeah, respect my guy. Man's got the fat, like the what? Didn't they wear like was it Armani?
Yeah, Armani. It was like a nod to some other, like a suits the Italian team wore once before.
Yeah, and the suit, I was just like, they look sick, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they just looked wavy, bro. Because
only Italy though come out in Armani suits. Like, England come out in Sports Direct gear. Like, like Italy would just do Armani. Like, it's just
a 3-piece suit with the England logo here. You know,
Yeah,
It's what
they
we
were
do.
like,
Still.
it's just like you can't respect Mancini, bro. Like, listen, I'm on the Wikipedia page. He's got a copy of Italia. He's got one a copy of Italia Fiorentina. He's got a copy of Italia Lazio. He did the three-peat. I didn't know this. He did the three-peat with Inter Milan. He won the Super Coppa twice, Coppa Italia twice. He went to the Premier. He came to the Premier League, won the Premier League, won FA Cup, won Community Shield. He went to Galatasaray and won the Turkish Cup. Like this man's got pedigree, bruv. Like you gotta respect it, man. You gotta respect it. You have to respect it. And I feel like knowing that, seeing what he's doing with this Italy team, actually, you know what? Yeah, they could do something. I feel like there might be some frailties against maybe some bigger sides with more attacking power. We're yet to see, but you know what? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Either. Keep in mind, it's not like there's more to come from them.
Like literally, like that at half time, you could tell he said something to these guys, and they came out different. They came out on it, and it's just like, yo, you gotta respect Mancini, bruv. Like he gave me one of the most painful days of my life with that Man City win. I have to respect him for it.
So was that the Aguero one, or?
Yeah. That was him. That was him, and it hurts me to this day. But yeah, that's enough of Italy talk. Turkey, will they be better? They have got Wales and Switzerland next. Now that's where we're gonna see if Turkey are the real deal, if they can beat those guys and get probably second in the group if they do. Moving on to the next game, though. You know what? Yeah, this tournament, has been getting. I don't know what it is, but people have been talking about the group stages being boring. Like, is it really that good? Obviously, we had the Netherlands game earlier, so everyone's been like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. But we've seen 3 goals minimum in 4 games. You know what I mean? Like they've been scoring goals, and this is a tournament that everyone said, I don't think there's going to be many goals. I don't know how many people are going to score, blah, blah, blah. But
only 2 of the games have disappointed.
You know what I mean? So, like, this is how mad it is. But Big Rom, man like Romelu Lukaku steps up for Belgium and gets 2 goals against Russia. And, I mean, when you got no peds, when no peds, when you're not hosting the competition and you can't, tell your way for let's just inject some roids and that into our players. It'd be fine, and get to the quarters. No KGB to help them. They're looking very old and very dead. You know what I'm saying? Flipping out, they were poor. But yeah, big Romelu Lukaku getting 2 goals. Player heavily linked to Chelsea, Darren. Romelu Lukaku, how good was his performance? And the question people are saying, is he world class?
Lukaku, I think at this point, you got to give it to him. He's been doing it. I think you can only probably say just that second season at Man U was probably the only season where he wasn't as great with his goals. Yeah. But ever since, when has there been a season he hasn't got goals? And I think I just seen a stat recently that he's matched Ibra and who was it? There was another person with
Cristiano.
Yes, with I don't think it's Cristiano. It was another senior player with his international goals, quickest to reach 100 or something like that within X amount of games. And Lukaku has an insane international goal record, club goal record. He's been doing it. And honestly, I'm not comparing the two just yet, but how Lukaku was in that game for Belgium, I want Kane to do that for England. I want him to look that ruthless in front of goal for England. And honestly, I know it's Russia compared to Croatia, so it's not a straight out comparison. But Lukaku, when he plays like that, he looks like the real deal, man. And he's so convinced because he wants it. In behind, ball to feet, hold up play. He's the perfect focal striker, and the guy he's just been brilliant. So I'd say he's definitely well played, man. He's too.
Yeah, man. He's improved so much under Conte, and Conte is obviously going to get a lot of credit for doing that. But you got to big up Romelu Lukaku as well, because he could have easily went to Inter Milan, sulked a bit more about how his time at United went, didn't want to listen to the manager, and it didn't work out. But he worked hard. I saw an article about how he worked three months of his first 3 months of his time with Conte, just worked with ball back to goal kind of work. Like that's all he was doing, and you can see the improvement. His touch that everyone was making fun of, where's that touch? That touch not there. I saw a man weaving and bopping in between defenders on that right hand side. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I've always liked Romelu Lukaku, and when he left, it wasn't like a I hate you and I hope you failed. It's more of, man, that's a shame that it didn't work out, because I really enjoyed what he did for Everton and West Brom. And in his first season, he was excellent for Man United as well. One of the, I feel like, top goal scorer, and he was kind of hit 30 goals. He got he missed a bit.
Like Premier League fans who don't rate him because he's carried this, like, you know, oh, he wears Timberlands when he runs and blah blah blah, like that situation. Like he's carried that with him, like from Premier League fans, but like everyone else can see how good he is, and obviously this tournament is just proven that exactly that. I think he's brilliant. He's going to win the Golden Boot by a country mile, especially if Kane is dropping as deep as that. He's just not going to be up there. And I think people would have probably, as Darren said, like put the two and two together. That's what you want Kane to do, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. So yeah, he looks brilliant. But a lot of the Belgium squad looked very, very good. Was it yesterday? Yeah, the day before. Like a lot of the Belgium squad looked very, very good. They've got some really good players in there. Like obviously Carrasco, who I've watched all season, was brilliant again yesterday. Den Donker for about 60 minutes, I was like, oh God, he's having a bad game, but he turned it around later on. Meunier was really good. Like, yeah, there was just some really, really decent players in there, and I think they'll do well, I think.
Yeah, and you know what's horrible about it? They've still got KDB and Eden Hazard to actually come into the team and start. Like, that's so grim. And the only thing is like, again, like England, like the Netherlands, is their manager good enough to get them over the line? And Roberto Martinez, is he the guy to win Belgium the silverware? Because this is, you would consider, the end of their golden period, coming to the end of it, because De Bruyne is older, Hazard's older. The fact that Thomas Vermaelen, I saw a guy called Thomas Vermaelen come onto the pitch, and I'm like, well, hold it, wait a sec. The only Thomas Vermaelen I know was that old man that plays in Japan, and he used to play for Arsenal and Barcelona. He's still playing for the national team, and you know it's just peak, isn't it? But yeah, like if they don't win something, I don't know, if they don't win something now, it might be a sticky one in the years to come.
Because people have been backing them now for 3 tournaments. They're going to have to win something. Like the FIFA number 1, but like they're going to have to win something, because as you say, like they're not going to have another chance like this. Like in this period of the next year, 2 years, because obviously World Cup's coming up pretty soon. They're not going to have a period like this again, because everyone's, Alderweireld and stuff's coming at the end of their career. Vertonghen's coming kind of to the end of probably their, tournament career. I don't know. So they won't have another chance like this again, I don't think.
Yeah, this is one of the best chances to go win some silverware. Good squad as well. Again, against a poor, old, not drugged up Russia team. So we have to put that.
Their goalkeeper was making his debut at 34 years old.
Listen, I was fully expecting Akinfeev. I was fully expecting him to be in nets. Like I was.
No, that Russia team was drugged up, but not with the performance drugs in it.
Sedatives.
Bro, the Meunier's Croatia, the guy was like, just fuck this, let it go through. And then the keeper was like, have I? You want to score, go ahead. Fucking hell,
they even tried to mash up my Castagna's eye socket.
Yeah.
He's out.
Yeah, he's out now. That's annoying, because I put him in my fantasy team. And you know what's annoying about that whole thing? If he didn't get injured, that goal that Meunier scores, that would have been Castagna, because he would have been there instead. You know what I mean? So, man, that game, man, it was a good game. But yeah, man, like Russia, they are dreadful, like dreadful. They definitely did get the host nation powers that normally come with hosting a World Cup, innit? But yeah, they was in Zenit as well. Were they in Zenit? They were in Russia, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
In
in
Petersburg, yeah.
Yeah, they was in St. Petersburg. And like that just wasn't enough.
It was never going to be enough, though.
Yeah, I guarantee you, next game, yeah, them man gonna look sick. And all I'm gonna be saying is, if they look sick next game, all I'm saying is just that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If they look sick next game, anyway, inject it into my veins. Right, guys, smash the like button for me if you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button for Romelu Lukaku. And is he going to be the top scorer in the competition? Let me know in the comments. Also, share this out to all them charlatans who are out there taking peds instead of actually catching the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Make sure they know that we are here to help them with their addiction and cleanse them from their body with the vibes. You know what I'm saying? And also, subscribe to the Football Terrace and become a member for all them wonderful perks. Right, we've got 2 more games before we get into team of the episode. I'll explain that a bit later as well. But bringing it back home to the home nations, we saw Wales take on Switzerland, and they recovered from going and goal down to getting a 1-1 draw. I don't know about Wales, like it's not look for me when Dan James is looking like your version of Messi. It's not a good sign. It's not a good
Dan James and Kipper were the 2 best players on the pitch, and literally there was Ramsey and Bale sat there like on the field. Like that's how that went for them yesterday. And now yesterday, it's really Monday now. Saturday, you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. Listen, this is true. Kiefer Moore destined for Burnley. Yeah. Oh, listen, that headed goal. Sean Dyche is there. It's like, I'll have somebody in my will. You know what I mean? Like you just know he wants it.
Their goalkeeper was fine. I must admit, their goalkeeper was very good. Danny Ward was very good. Obviously, he's at Leicester. Yeah. He was at Liverpool before. Did very, very good yesterday. No. If I say yesterday one more time, I'm going to punch myself and say Saturday.
But yeah, Cam, what do you think of the game? Wales.
Can I be honest with you? That's the one game I didn't watch. It was like 8:00 here. I watched the highlights, but I'm not getting up to watch Switzerland versus Wales. Any other teams, I'll get up to watch. But I picked a draw in my pool. I knew it was going to be a dead game. I heard that Wales got ran off the pitch and got lucky. So that's what I said. I didn't see it, so I'm gonna be honest. It's the one game I didn't watch.
That's fair.
8 a.m. is just not worth it for me, man.
That one isn't. That one definitely would like. It's what's. Yeah, it's sad. It's just sad. No, I'm sorry, Wales fans. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But for me, watching that game, I was like, this is sad because I'm seeing Gareth Bale, turning back into Gareth Stale, bro. He is old now. Like his hips are stiff. He is very, very stiff. Like man was trying to do like all these dribbles and all these runs. I'm like, Gareth, you're not that guy no more. Stop it, Gareth. You know what I mean? He was just, it was upsetting, man. And Aaron Ramsey apparently played that game. Like I had no idea he was playing. Yeah, and then I heard people say, I thought Joe Allen had a good game. Huh? Joe Allen, no, but they need. I'm sorry, they
Joe
need to
Allen's
stop
still playing for Wales.
Yes,
like the dude from Stoke City.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's how peak it is. I know it's mad, yeah. They've actually got a good bunch of young players. I think they're the third youngest squad in the whole tournament. So you've got a good bunch of young players. I'm just like, because I know Giggsy ain't there. I know Giggsy ain't there for reasons anyway. Like Giggsy ain't around for this. You know what I'm saying? For good reason. But the whoever's in charge now, I don't know his name, and I'm not going to profess to even try to guess it. He should say, screw it. Just play all the young ones. Just play the young ones.
I agree.
Because what they got to lose? They got nothing to lose. They're legit.
Everyone's probably tipped them to finish bottom of their group anyway. So
Yes.
you're right. What have they got to lose? They just do it. Like you really know that things are going bad, right? When Robbie Savage celebrated an offside, no, he didn't. He celebrated calling an offside as a professional player and pundit, like they'd actually won the game. He was like, "I called it. This is what I said. I was like, really? Like that's really what you're
listen, I've never seen a man so gassed for an offside to be an offside, even though the replay clearly showed it was offside. Like it wasn't even like it wasn't even hard. It wasn't close. He was clearly off. Yo, Darren. Quickly while we're on this game, Wales for you. Is there hope for them in this tournament, or from that display, are you a bit like, it might be a bit difficult for them to finish out the group?
Wow. First thing, let me just say, I wish I didn't waste my 90 minutes like that, because that was underwhelming. That really was underwhelming. You'd hope that surely they must have a better performance after that. They basically should have lost that game. Like, if it wasn't that set piece, they'll lose. But Bale, I even want to say Dan James, like he's poor, but the other players they'd have, like, I don't know. I'm even looking at the team. Do they even have anybody else? Like, who else is there?
The thing is, though, they've got. If you look at their play, you look at some of their players. You've got Harry Wilson, who we know is a good player. Like he can actually reach some good levels. They've got David Brooks, another player. You hear him. You're like, actually, no, you know what? You're not bad. You know what I mean? Like you're decent. You got Rodon at the back.
Ampadu plays for them as well.
You got Ampadu. Yeah. You got Rodon. You've got Metham. So he's like, there's some
is Tyler Roberts from Leeds.
Yeah, Tyler Roberts plays from Leeds. So
well.
yeah. So you look at the young player. You're like, you know what? Yeah, there's something there that you can do a little bit. They're like Dan James is legit. The best Welsh player ever when he plays for Wales. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's just like, I don't know. It's like, because everyone's going off obviously the euphoria of last Euros. That was 5 years ago. Most of that squad ain't even there no more. You ain't got no Hal Robson-Kanu doing Cruyff turns no more, bruv. Like, it's done. It's so peak. You got Neco Williams as well in there as well. So you got some good team, some good young players. I think the person should say, screw it. Let's just put them in there and see what happens and let them grow. Souls, we're going to move on to the next game just in a moment. But before we do, want to come to you first. One player in particular for Switzerland ran the show and he was brilliant. And I think he got man of the match in the end. Briel Mbolo, one of the best wonder kids on FIFA and Football Manager you'll ever see. His performance. Is this finally something that we can see from him? Like, this is what we've been waiting for all this time.
He's a quality player. I've had my eyes on him for a while. He's got a lot about him for a younger striker. He's been he's one of those young players that just been around for a while that you've always known the name of, and he's got a very good hold-up play, good pace to him. I hope this is the tournament where eyes really get on him, because he does deserve that sort of big move now. But it was a good game. I mean, it was such a dead game overall, though. I found it so boring and hard to watch. I've probably, like David, probably contemplate watching My Little Pony over it, to be honest. I was bored, fam. I couldn't. To be honest, I had something on and I started watching YouTube and stuff. I can't even lie. But I always get in Bolo and especially when you do those low team FMs.
Yeah. Briel Donovan and Bolo, bro.
Bruv, he's brilliant.
Absolutely transferred him in FIFA once.
He should come to the Prem, He actually should come to the Prem.
I heard Arsenal looking at him.
Of course, innit? Because when you have one good game, that's all it takes.
Arsenal, that's all you need for Arsenal to scout you. All right, we've got one more game and then we're going team of the episode. All right, cool. And the last game is, everyone remember, smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Last game is probably one of the funniest games of the tournament. because no one even expected North Macedonia to put up a fight, but they did. And Austria, being the European Spurs that they are, gave them a chance to actually win the game. Austria 3, North Macedonia 1, and okay, I need to. Also, I want to get something up while I'm doing that. Kendall, North Macedonia, how proud are you of them and old man Pandev, who's like 50 years old, scoring a goal?
It was just like you say, I don't think anyone expected it. Everyone just expected them to be like, oh, North Macedonia, it's like their first major tournament. The goal was their first goal they've ever scored at a major tournament. Like, and it had to be him, didn't it? Let's be honest. It had to be. Like, it couldn't have been anyone else at that point. They don't have like a squad that you would necessarily know apart from, the Alioski and Pandev. That's basically it. But yeah, shout out them, because I think everybody probably wrote them off, but I've definitely seen worse performances already this weekend than theirs. So shout out them.
It was funny. The team that won and beat them had a worse performance than them.
Yeah.
Like, how was that even possible?
That was such a FIFA goal, though. That was such a FIFA goal. Do you see it, bro?
So bad. It was so bad.
Yeah. So honestly, watching that game reminded me of, and I'm gonna use a North American sport analogy, and Kendall, you'll get it, like for the NFL. When you have like players like Alaba and Alioski who play wing back for their like clubs and such, and then they get dropped to the midfield because of the best player. It's like that's like a kid who's normally like a running back or wide receiver. They're like, yo, you play quarterback because like you're still
we got no one. Literally. They do in their respective leagues. They do not touch the forward positions because their nations are that bad or that small. It's like, bro, listen to me. I know you play left back, but you are better than everything we've got. So please play striker. You know what I mean? It's like, please play left
Alonso Davies for Canada. Man plays winger. He's up top. He's up top because they're like, yo, we know you're a left back at Bayern, but somebody's got to score goals and somebody's got to create. So that's gonna be
so
you.
Mad. And Sergio Dest, I swear my man, he plays right back, but literally just let him do whatever he wants. Like for the USA, man, it's very mad. But yeah, it was just so funny because there's one moment, yeah, because this guy, ever since he came to actually his whole career, he just thinks he's sick. Like, he just thinks he's so sick, yeah, and you're just like, good. But the way you move, you're not that good, my brother. But you act like you're Ibra, but you're like the B-Tech discount version of Ibra, bro. Freaking like Arnautovic, fam. Now look at this.
Oh yeah.
Like, can you guys see this?
That moves like he's gonna mess somebody up at all times.
Look, like I accidentally paused the. I've actually accidentally paused the screen when I was watching the highlights on this image, yeah, but. Man scored a goal against North Macedonia and started shouting and beefing no one. Like, I'm just like, who are you talking to?
Why was it proper kicking off though? Was it like a case of like why? Because someone said, oh, it's because he only played 30 minutes over the qualifiers and came on and scored. Like, why was he going mental like that?
I don't know.
He was himself. I don't understand why.
Like, he was like going in. I'm just like, who are you beefing?
Man, moving like he scored against France or something.
I know,
he was like beefing himself though. Like, he was just beefing his own self. Like when he was celebrating. I wasn't even.
No. You know what it was?
I don't know.
I'll give him credit. He was trying to convince himself he's a good player. That's all it is.
Because look at it. Like Alaba as the captain had to go over and grab his mouth and be like, "Shut up!" Like, shut up and let's go. Literally, Arnautovic, man, he is. I actually miss him in the Prem. He's actually box office. Like, he's mad. Like, he's actually
the way he moves on the pitch, it's like he's ready to put hands on whoever comes near him at all times.
Yeah,
he was just walks around like he's gonna just give you an elbow for no reason. Like, he'll just be running by and he's gonna hit you. Like, that's just his mantra. You know what? I'm messing with it. It's cool. I fucks with it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a good goal. He ran on the goalkeeper now, but that man was like, I'm just like, what are you doing?
too long, man. You forgot what it feels like actually score against a proper team.
Yeah, he's been out there in China making his peas and it like flipping out, like, you know. But this is a meme in itself. I'm so glad I got this. Like, this is like just a meme, guys. If you can make memes with this photo, go to my Twitter and put your memes underneath this comment, please, because flipping out, man. Like, Arnautovic is absolutely mad. But shout out to well done to Austria for getting their first win in 31 years in the Euros, bro. This how bad. This I'm telling you, they are the European Spurs. 31 years in the Euros, and that's their first win.
Really? So people have them finishing like second and third. It's like,
no, I don't know why.
Yeah,
they're not good. Like, they're not good. I don't know. I don't think they're that good. Like, they it's taking them. Last win was in 1990. That's poor, man. That is
born, fam. That's mad.
But yeah, man, like Austria, aka European Spurs, and that. Come on now, right, guys? It's time for that moment in the show. You know what it is? It's time for team of the episode, because obviously we can't do team of the week because it's not a weekly competition. But also we can't do team of the round because the round ain't finished yet. Round one ain't finished of the games. It finishes on Wednesday, I think. So we're gonna do team of the episode. So every episode we'll do a team from the players that we spoke about. From the games that we spoke about this week. So we're going to it's basically team of the week, but with a few players from the Euros. Right, so here we go, people. Let me share our screen while I'm doing this. You know what it is? Smash the like button for me, please. That'll be much appreciated, and share this out. Okay, so team of the episode, out of all the games that we have spoke about today, who deserves to be in this team? So in nets, who should go in nets?
Danny Ward from Wales.
Danny Ward, he didn't lose. He conceded, but it was, how did they concede again? Oh yeah, it was a good header. It was a decent header. It wasn't his fault. I think Danny. So Donnarumma's getting a shot. The Finland goalie as well. Hradecky.
Yeah, Hradecky had a good game. I was actually going to say Ukraine, but he lost in it, so that's against the rules.
We've got Ward, Hradecky in there. But he did save a pen as well. But I don't know.
Did, yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Hradecky was good.
If you save a pen, that's.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad though because of the circumstances. But you know what? He deserves it because he could have been like he distracted himself.
I do feel for them because they're I think it's their first major tournament win or something like that as well. It's going to be overshadowed. I mean, I know they can't help it and whatever, but it can't be helped. But I do feel a bit sorry for them because that's like a massive achievement, and it's just kind of going to be lost in the process. But yeah, I mean, shout out to them. That's what can you do in that situation? Nothing really. Like, let's be honest.
Right back. Who's going to go there? Who's going at right back?
Thomas Meunier.
Yeah, Meunier. Yeah, he didn't concede. Meunier has to go in there. Didn't concede in the game in his goal,
and he provided an assist, right?
He did get an assist as well. That ball for Lukaku was mint, though.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
It's MEU. KJ.
Yeah, thank you. There he is, Thomas Meunier. Here we go. Centre backs at centre back. Here we go. We're going for Chiellini. Yeah, Chiellini in there. Everyone's saying Dumfries. Like, I get why Dumfries because he scored the goal in that. You don't have to have
a better left back though.
CHIE.
Yeah. There we go. Here he is. But like Chiellini in there as well. Who is also going to be in the back line?
You know who I thought had a good game today? Who everyone was slating? Mings. I thought Mings was actually.
Yeah, Mings was actually decent.
He was good. People were just slating him, saying they're scared of him, but he played well. At the end of the day,
he played well. Yeah, he did.
Or did we do a thing where we just place Dumfries at the centre back position because he's the defender? Or we're saying Tyrone Mings?
I'd give Mings his flowers. England didn't concede. Croatia's a better team. Dumfries conceded 2 goals, realistically, if we look at it that way.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough. Tyrone Mings goes in there. Left back, are we going Spinazzola?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spinazzola had a great game.
That kid was wicked. I was impressed with him.
There he is. Spinazzola in there at left back. All right, in the midfield, here
Phillips
we
has got to
go.
go in there for me. Calvin
Yeah.
Phillips has got to go in there.
Phillips
Yeah.
has got to be in. I don't care who else
Yeah.
gets in.
Jorginho had a
Phillips.
great game.
Yep. Jorginho had
Calvin
a great Genie.
Phillips.
Genie had a great game.
Yeah, Genie Wijnaldum goes in there.
Yeah.
And are we going to say Jorginho? So no David Alaba.
Nah, he just had that one. Realistically, yes, he did everything for them in that game, but
They literally
As you
did
seen, their
everything.
performance was worse than the losing teams. That's where it was at. Like, I don't know what was going on.
All right, so we got
Jorginho
Jorginho
probably.
in there as well. The Premier League coming in strong right now. There we go. Okay, and in the forward line, so Lukaku's
Lukaku.
getting in there.
Yeah.
I think Immobile has to get in there as well.
Yeah.
Immobile too. Yep.
Yeah, Immobile has to get in. Lukaku, and you got Immobile. And then who is the last spot going to? That is the question.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Very tempted to give it
That's
to
tough.
Pandev. but we can't.
What about
Martin.
Insigne?
Probably
He had a
Embolo,
good
no?
game. Yeah, he had a really good
Oh
game.
no! I think Cam's right. I think Mbolo deserves it because he was strong in that.
All I've heard, I didn't watch it, but I just heard he just like my boy who watched it said he's never seen one kid make a backline look so bad. Like
Yeah.
There's always like the player who like sets the what's the word? They high their price up when they're playing like a major tournament. He's the first one of this tournament.
He's done that.
Yeah, he's hiking his price up now.
Insigne was good, but the way that Mbolo was playing I think was very mad. Especially because you don't expect it from him either. You expect Insigne to be good against Turkey. But here we go. What a shocker in this team, KJ. Come on. What's wrong with this team?
Everybody wants Sterling in there, but like I'm sorry, I'm the one person who
I
said
don't
people-
think it's a good game.
Wait. People were asking why Immobile. Man scored and got an assist. He did what he needs to do for his country. He was good.
Sterling played rugby most of the game. He didn't even play football.
Sterling was okay, man. Sterling was okay. He did what he did his business. And also manager of the episode. Who are we giving that to?
Mancini.
Mancini getting in there. Then is he even in the game anymore?
Just because he is him.
He is not in the game.
I think it's
Yeah, is he not? I'm sure he should be.
Maybe.
Right?
you know,
Mad disrespect, you know.
Or you know what it is? It's some international managers doing it. Like Southgate. I don't think international managers get in. Like Southgate.
Oh, yes. Who wants Southgate in a pack, though? Come on.
That's true. Who is the closest? Like we just needed
Jose Manuel de la Torre. That's the closest you'll get.
Who's an Italian manager in this game?
Pirlo.
Ancelotti.
Isn't Pirlo?
Yeah, is the Italian.
Yeah. Let's put Don Ancelotti in this place.
What about Conte? Is he
Actually, you
Italian?
know what? I don't know who this guy is, but we can wait. Ain't that the? Oh no, I thought that was the new Spurs manager. But he is someone else. But he's wearing glasses, so we'll just give it to him, and he's Italian too. So was that loads in? Here we go. Here is your team of the episode. We've got Hradecky in nets with Munier, Chiellini, Mings, and Spinazzola in the back line. In the midfield, you got Jorginho, Wijnaldum, and Calvin Phillips. In the strike force, we've got Ciro Immobile, Romelu Lukaku, and Breel Embolo with Roberto Mancini winning manager of the episode. That is not him. That is clearly a placeholder, but he's got glasses, so we said yes. All right, guys, here's your team of the episode. Who is the baller of the team of here? Best player.
I'm picking Romelu.
Calvin Phillips bossed that game.
Yeah, man. Phillips was way too good, man. That guy was good.
So Darren, you're saying Romelu Lukaku?
There with Lukaku, man.
Yeah, going with Lukaku. Cam, who are you going with? Phillips. Souls.
Representing, man. It's got to be Phillips.
Kendall.
Yeah, I thought Phillips had a good game, but Lukaku had, come on. Like he was just unbelievable. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but you expect that from him, though, innit?
Against
Well,
Russia,
yes,
too,
you
but-
do. Yeah, Calvin Phillips was like a surprise. But to be
Yeah.
fair, Jesse did just put a comment in there saying Eriksen was man of the week, man of the weekend.
Yeah, can we give it to him as
yeah,
a
give
special
it to
one?
Eric.
Just for
Yeah,
the-
you know what? Yeah, that's fair enough. We'll give baller of I don't know.
A
I don't
baller
say
of the
baller
weekend.
episode. Yeah, we'll give baller of the weekend to Christian Eriksen and the whole Denmark team, especially for how they all treated and the medical staff as well. And Anthony
And
Taylor.
Finland, as well. Finland were very sportsmanlike in the way they behaved as well. Their fans were like gave them the flags to cover him,
the
and
Christian
the team
Eriksen
clapped Denmark on, and yeah,
The
it
whole
was really,
the whole game is baller of the
yeah,
weekend.
that whole
And you know what?
situation.
Yeah, you know what's mad, yeah? We actually can't cuss Anthony Taylor no more because he's goated. like we can't cuss him no more. Like literally, if we cuss him, it's like, oh yeah, but that time.
I actually hope he just doesn't come and referee in the Premier League anymore. So then he just can't. Like no one can ever say anything about him ever again. Like he just retires and he just can carry on with his life.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
yeah. Oh geez, all right, guys, I've enjoyed today. Midnight Vibes is back, episode 51, Euro. I was gonna say Eurovision. Apparently, the UK got no points in that competition. Say Euro vibes and that. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? We had a wonderful time, episode 51 and that. Big thank you to Cam and Darren coming on. Big shout out to obviously Kendall and Souls. We're gonna do the housekeeping before we get out of here. So Cam, where can we find you on socials?
C_slow77. I always forget it because I don't type it myself, right? So I had to think about that. Yeah, so that's me on Twitter, and then you can catch me on the terrace.
That's fair enough. Darren, where can we find you?
Yeah, catch me on Twitter at _DNYW_. And you'll find me on Spaces or some crap ranting about.
Yeah, just chatting nonsense, bro. You know what I'm saying? Souls, where can we find you, my friend?
Obviously, Midnight Vibes and Guna Souls. Yeah, talking some rubbish like normal, innit?
Nice. And also Kendall.
Yeah, just here. This is all my socials: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and obviously here as well, and on the terrace here, there, and whenever.
What's happening with your show, by the way? Is your show coming back in the season?
Yeah, it will probably be coming back in the season, but obviously with the whole new schedules and stuff, with the the what's the word, like the collaboration, the takeover with Snack and stuff, everything's schedule's all different now. So yeah, it probably will be coming back, but obviously might be even in a studio. Who knows?
Exclusive news.
Like when the pandemic is finished, you might be able to actually meet up and actually do a
who cares about pandemic, bro? I'm doing that now, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I'm gonna sneak into that studio. But yeah, also I've been your host, I've been your pastor, I've been your leader of the resistance and your captain, you know what I'm saying? Follow me at elite_KJ to find all your Euro vibes on the TL and that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm tweeting about right now. And maybe if Jadon Sancho ever signs for Man United, you might see that too as well. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're back on Wednesday with more Euro vibes. We'll be talking Scotland. We'll be talking Germany, France, Portugal. You know what I mean? There's big games coming up and we're excited to see them. Everyone else, enjoy the rest of the night. Yes. Copa America is also back too, so also enjoy that. Good night.